Hello and welcome to the Ramcast. I am your main host, Alex, with the great co-host,
Lanji, hello.
and our three guests, one of which you might remember.
Sophia Ziegler.
I'm Savana White.
And I'm Savana Collins.
And this is all about the Scholastic Art. So I guess let's start off simple. What is this? What is going on?
Do you want to start and we'll go down the road, or do we want to start like Savana first? Okay.
Okay, so the Scholastic Art Competition is a national competition, so a whole bunch of schools in the United States, they all compete. So the recent one that we had was the regional, so it was all of the schools in Southern Illinois. There was, I want to say, 1,200 artworks entered and about 200 accepted, so all the ones that you will be seeing on screen, they were all accepted and all done by students at MVTHS.
It also, like she said, it is regional, so it also reached Marion, because I remember at the awards this past weekend, nobody was there from Marion. What was the Anne one? Trying to think of it. Wasn't there one that was like Anne?
I have no idea.
There was Carmi.
Yeah, Carmi had art in there.
Carbondale.
But it was funny enough, there was none from like the closest schools like McLeansboro or Woodlawn. Neither of those schools have ever heard of this, which is interesting.
Anything else to add?
Any input, Sophia?
There was a lot of people who entered, a lot of schools, and successfully, I think it was, how many people got entered from MVTH? Like 15, 17 people?
It was something like that.
Yeah, 15, 17 people. Only from Mount Vernon got accepted out of 1,200 people. So that's pretty good.
Well, 1,200.
Yeah, and only about 7 showed up at the awards.
Yeah.
So,
Losers.
L.
So you were saying that you had all these schools and all these kids that were able to enter in this, so that seems like just about anybody could enter, right?
Yeah.
So how do you enter?
So first you have to make an account on the Scholastic's website. It's pretty simple. It's just email, password, all that jazz. Then you upload photos and some basic information, a title, your inspiration, all that stuff. And after that, so that's how they choose what artworks they're going to display at Cedarhurst. So that was where the 1,200 artworks got entered, and then only 200 were picked to actually be on display from that 1,200.
Yeah, and there is a bit more to this. There is like a writing competition, but none of us touched it.
They don't talk about it.
They don't ever talk about the writing part. So like there is a writing competition if you do want to get into that, but we have no knowledge of any of that. We only are going to talk about the art stuff today, I guess.
At Cedarhurst, there was actually a certain room that every single MVTH student's artwork was in, and it was only MVTHS's. So, like, most of the sculptures were, like, on the floor on the big pillars. Most of the artwork was hung on the wall. There's a few from different schools, but mostly that whole room was just Mount Vernon art stuff.
So when it does come to it, is there like a certain style you have to do? Like, do you have to do like super modern, like realistic, or can I just put one crease on the canvas and call it modern art?
I mean, you could, but
Probably won't get accepted.
Yeah, you might not win anything either.
the judges are very particular about the style that they like. That was the one thing, not that I don't like about the competition, but it's kind of the annoying part of it. So the judges, they have the specific style that they want. So even though you could have a really great piece, really great composition, all that stuff, but if the judges decide that it's not the style that they're looking for, you won't get in.
Shout out to Mr. Kessler. He said that they only look for wallpaper artwork.
Yeah, Golson, because we have 3 art teachers here, which are Jack Kessler, Matt Golson,
Jared Kessler.
Jared Kessler. I'm sorry.
Jackson's son.
I was thinking of his son. Okay, his son entered art. It was really good. Okay.
Yeah, it won like
He won a gold key.
Yeah.
And he didn't show up. No, there's Jared Kessler, Matt Golson, Crystal Michaels. I wanted to make sure you 2 said it before I did because I didn't want to get it wrong. They're great. They're awesome teachers, but you have to have at least if you're going to a public high school, you have to have that school on record in your Scholastic account. But where was I going with this?
I don't really know.
But basically, yeah, you can literally do any type of art that you want to. It just depends on what kind of judges are going to be judging your artwork, and it depends on what award you get because of that.
I know what I was going with that. Golson had said it was more aesthetic than it is
Yes.
more
Yeah.
actual art, and on top of it, the art selection that you can choose from is enormous. I mean, with my art pieces alone, I had like 5 labels to them, which were like photography, and then digital art, and then Photoshop digital art, and then like it was 5 different labels just for my like pieces that I entered. It was so many that you could do anything to get in.
You guys really talk with pride about your pieces. Would you mind if we saw those pieces, what you guys created?
Do it.
I guess I'll show mine because I have mine physically here, but we'll show mine because they're physically here. Thank you. Thank you.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
I think one's just a picture.
That's the art of it.
That's
it's
photography.
called photography.
Oh, right. I forgot photography even existed.
My gosh.
So, what's the story behind your guys' art? Why did you create your art?
And as we talk, we'll have other pictures up of different art pieces. I guess I'll go with mine since we did that. This one is called Mel, and I did it as inspiration to one of my favorite singers, Melanie Martinez. She's awesome, and I even won a silver key for my art piece. I'm actually really proud of this one because it turned out super well, and I didn't expect it to win anything. And then this one, I did more as an assignment for my photo video class. It is basically just testing out my abilities in foreground, middle ground, background. Did not expect this to do anything, but it did something. And it was kind of just, let's take something outside, do a picture, and call it good enough for a class assignment. And I actually ended up really liking this piece now that it's physically in my hands.
Well,
Thank you.
was there any difficulties? I mean, you probably had to jump a fence to do that one, right?
No, that is just the fence out. That's just the fence we put my dogs in.
Oh, okay.
It's just a really short fence that we can get into that I just dropped them in, took a picture, called it good. The difficulties with this one, however, is the nights upon nights upon nights of editing, while on top of that going to work sometimes or going to school. It was kind of a little bit of a stress to get that like crunch in that last week. Do you want to go on next with your art pieces?
Yeah, so my one that will be displayed on screen at some point, it was a photo video assignment as well. It was a red and blue light assignment. So I had taken the picture of Sophia, actually, my awesome model. I had taken the picture and used Photoshop to add in the red highlight, the blue highlight, merge them together, make purple in the middle. I called it Purple Light. I think that one won a silver key. I think that was my silver key. So it got second place. So yeah, that one, it was very cool to learn that Photoshop technique. Definitely took a while, but yeah, I think it turned out great. I know one other red and blue light photo from the photo video class got entered. I want to say it was Sharif's. I could be wrong. I know it was a photo of Sharif, so.
I think I remember that one. It was actually really, really good. I liked it a lot.
Thank you. Makes me happy.
Talk about mine now. So I actually didn't expect these two to be entered because I would call them like my worst artworks I've ever made. But they're the ones that got picked, and I'm very grateful that they did. But the first one that's going to be on the screen, it's called Cassie. She's from Euphoria, very inspired by her. I actually made this piece over the summer, so it wasn't even like an assignment, it was just for funsies. And I'm surprised it even got honorable mention, but it did. Yeah, I really like it. It's probably one of my first portrait pieces of somebody that was like can't be physically in front of me, so I had to go off a picture. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised it even got entered because it wasn't even an assignment.
It's very much like gambling with this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
It's very much, let's see how many things I can throw in and let's see how many I can get out.
We should place money next year, honestly.
Child
my God,
gambling.
that'd be
Let's go.
Hey, I'll be 18, so, it'll be legal. Golson.
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 Golson?
You gotta take me up on that.
Did you all win awards?
I think so. So there was honorable mention, silver key, gold key. So honorable mention, that was like the third place. Silver key, second place. Gold key, first place. I got 1 honorable mention, 1 silver key.
I got the same as her. 1 honorable mention, this one, and my silver key. And then the really cool thing about the awards is if you got a gold key, was it that you went up, or was it a specific certain number of people that went up to New
It
York?
was just gold keys.
Yeah, if you had a gold key at all, it gets sent to New York to get judged on their, was it like nation and then it goes on to world, or is it world from there?
I think, I forgot how they explained it. What I took from it was they like go on to another round of like picking ones out. So like how whenever we entered the photos onto this website and then they only picked 200, that'll happen again. And then if it is chosen from all the gold keys nationwide, they'll be on display at a museum in New York.
Yeah,
Which is,
the original place that they do it is Carnegie Hall.
yeah,
Which,
Carnegie Hall.
massive.
Shout out to Callie McIntosh because she got what? She entered 2 portfolios
And both of them got it
and
right?
both of them got gold keys.
Yay, go Callie.
So I hope she gets her scholarship.
I hope she
Yeah.
does too.
She
I
did
hope she
get
does.
entered for a scholarship too,
Man.
which is awesome.
How must it feel after getting these kinds of awards?
It feels awesome. I feel accomplished.
Yeah, for sure.
Accomplished, yeah. I feel
It's a
seen.
Good adjective.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel valid. I
Yeah.
feel very
Yeah.
much like something that I worked so hard on, or something that I didn't expect was this great is actually this great, or I feel like my art is actually being shown at the level that it should be, I guess, to where it's like making me, I don't know, it makes me happy and it makes me smile whenever I see these pieces, because it's just like, wow, I was able to do that. I was able to get my art in a museum before I was 18.
Yeah.
That's just nuts, man.
Mind-boggling, if you will.
What would you guys say to someone who wanted to join in these competitions that might be too nervous or too hesitant to join?
Man, just do it. Like, the worst thing that's gonna happen is that you enter something onto the website and it doesn't get picked, which it's not humiliating in any way. Like, they don't send a letter to you like, you failed, you know? It's nothing like that. You either make it or you don't. If you make it, you get told. It's very, nonchalant. So, I mean, you'll never know if you could have done it unless you try. So, just take the leap.
Yeah.
Take your chances, because art is just, it's funky, man.
Subjective.
That's the best
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
It's, competitive. It's, you have to be creative in such a way, but then also have a sense of, I don't even know what the word I'm looking for is. It's funky,
Just have
but you
fun.
have to have fun with
Creativity.
it.
Yeah, try and just put yourself out there,
Yeah.
because there's nothing that you're gonna lose, and you
Yeah.
might even gain some.
Also, the art world is so, not judgy.
Yeah. You could literally enter.
I mean, like I said, stroke.
Yeah, you could literally enter that and people would be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I
Like-
got asked so many times if I was inspired by the screen painting. So many times.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, oh no, I was just having fun with Photoshop one day.
Art is art is everywhere. So even
so
if you're
cool.
not
Even
interested.
I'm art.
Yeah, everybody's art.
You were made, so you are art.
Yeah.
Everybody's art.
Yeah, well, in conclusion, is there any advice you would give to, improve art so it's not just one stroke? Maybe it'll be 2 strokes.
Kessler likes to talk about how you need meaning behind your pieces, and I think that's really important because it gives sort of an emotion to a piece and lets people see oh, this is how Sophia feels, or this is how both Savannah feels. It tells other people how to feel and how we feel. So on both sides, you gain something from it.
Yeah. You go.
Okay. Definitely take advice from other people. So whenever you have an idea, even if you think it's crazy or it's untangible for you to do, go to your art teachers, go to your peers, just talk to people, get their ideas on it, and then also use your teachers, your peers, your friends, use all those people to help you come up with a game plan, because the hardest part about art is executing it well, because I've had so many awesome ideas and I just couldn't do it. So, that's
Your skateboard.
Oh my gosh, my skateboard. Kessler, I had this awesome idea. It was going to be the coolest thing ever. I have an acrylic longboard, and I had set it up with the sunset, and it was just the coolest photo ever. I was like, I'm going to draw this for, what was it, intermediate, advanced art? One of those. And Kessler shut that idea down so fast, and I was so sad about it. I think I went to the bathroom and cried.
No.
Well, how about we get off from the depression into the ending? This was the Ramcast with me, your main host, Alex.
Landry.
And our guest,
Sophia Ziegler.
Savana White.
And Savana Collins.
See you later. Welcome back. And today we have an interesting guest. We have Preston, our thumbnail manager. So all those cool, amazing thumbnails, that was all him. Anyway, he has done something quite amazing. So I guess the real question is, what'd you do?
Well, today I actually went on a bowling competition for Unified HP. Oh, I actually won the gold medal there. It was for first place. It's for the Division 4.
That's nice. That's good.
Yeah,
How do you
my
feel
little
about it?
brother has won medals before, and I think it's pretty cool to actually win a medal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was it for?
bowling. I told you.
We already said this.
Ah, I see.
I didn't hear it either, though.
All right. Well, this has been the end of our little extra segment of the Ramcast, and my name is Landry Neal. I have been one of your hosts today, and then we have
Alex, your main host.
Then
And
The guest, Preston Woodrum.
and we'll see y'all later.
goodbye.